Silvia from the Dickinson Wright's Chicago office. I wanted to follow up on some of our previous conversations with respect to the recent banking crisis and discuss what we've learned from congressional hearings in the last few weeks. We've had a hearing from the Senate Banking Committee and also from the House Financial Services Committee, where the Federal Reserve, the FDIC, and the Treasury Department were all represented. There's a couple of different things that we've learned from these hearings. First, we still don't know all the facts. Second, one side of the political spectrum places most, if not all, of the blame on the regulatory community, claiming that in some cases they were asleep at the wheel. They didn't do enough. The other side of the political spectrum seems to blame bank management more than the regulators, calling them seriously mismanaged institutions. Next, the Federal Reserve and the FDIC are both producing reports that are coming out on or shortly after May 1st with some analysis of the supervisory record. I think the expectation here, certainly from folks in Congress, is that this supervisory record and these reports will provide a play-by-play of exactly what happened in the days leading up to the failures and the days in the midst of the failures. The FDIC is also going to be preparing a report on deposit insurance, also to come out around May 1st. And this report apparently is going to include policy recommendations on deposit insurance. It's not clear what those might be, as this wasn't really a focus of the hearings. Another thing that come out of the hearings is a thought about where the potential focus area for future regulation and potentially legislation comes out. A couple of different areas that are a little more obvious than maybe others. First, capital and stress testing, an obvious area where much of the discussion at the hearings was placed and focused. Next, risk management. If there's serious mismanagement at the financial institutions, risk management is going to be a focus, not only on liquidity risk, deposit concentration risk, interest rate risk, and so forth, but other areas of risk management at large. And finally, executive compensation. Talked about quite a bit from one particular side of the aisle versus the other, but there seems to be a focus and an interest in potentially legislating around executive compensation and clawback authority. So finally, what do we know? Well, there's more to come, especially after May 1st. Okay, we're going to have a couple of different reports from the Fed and the FDIC to review, and we're going to have more facts that come out in the public. So I hope you join me again in the next few weeks as we talk about what we might continue to learn from these banking failures. Thanks.